to my studio, which is my couch. So I recently put a piece online, and I thought I would share some of the things that people said about it. Stay tuned. Most people said positive, but it was like, and this was like last night, there's actually been a couple more comments. It's like 68 to 51, so it's kind of even, actually. It's like a 60-40 split. No, I haven't done the math. Let's see, what are some of these? This was great. Actually, it reminds me of being too hot on a summer day when everything is melting and you can't open your eyes because it's too bright. So negative for me, but it's nicely done. Just a feeling of hazy, hot, melted ice cream and nothing to do. I thought that was a really good one. Kinda gross, like tissue all over the place. I see sexual parts with blemishes. Okay, got a lot of STDs. Like people saying that they think it reminds them of STDs. A lot of people said it made them anxious, which a couple of people pointed out might be the color palette. And I think that's possible. It looks like a jar of sweets close up with distortions. Now, there is a special section of people who had positive feelings from it, and not only that, they thought it was whimsical or playful or like empowering in some way. Fleshy, yeah, anxious. It feels infectious. Oh yeah, a ton of people said it reminded them of vaginas. I think when they also say stuff like, it seems very feminine, that might be another way of saying there's a lot of vaginas in it. I didn't do that on purpose, so that's kind of interesting. Anxiety, vaginas. Melted popsicles, acid trip vibes. I can see that. Reminds me of my journey to get pregnant. I've had 2 miscarriages, so for me, in a way, I perceive it as honest and comforting. If I depicted those experiences in a painting, it would be this. Thank you. Sometimes you need to see this. That was one of the most profound comments that I got on it. First impression was it being female-oriented. Just reminded me of my period, and at the same time reminds me of pregnancy. I'm actually starting to think about having kids and my fiance after we get married, and it just feels like my thoughts towards carrying a baby. So that's kind of interesting because that kind of mirrors that one previous. The Scream. Oh, so this apparently reminds a ton of people of The Scream, the Edward Munch, or Munch, however you say it. It reminds me of internal organs, how intricate our systems are, especially as we fight diseases. Doesn't make me uncomfortable, just in all of life. I feel like I see a lot of naked girls, feeling very happy and free. Feel like it's telling me to love myself. You know, it had this kind of empowering effect. I don't know. It's very interesting. Looks scary. Anxious, sores, rashes, sickness. Positive, happy, mysterious. It's not negative, but it reminds me of like mixed sauces, mayo, and ketchup. Or period. I see a vagina at the center. I immediately thought cotton candy. Someone's eating some wild cotton candy out there. It makes me feel whimsical or dreamy. I see viruses. We got a lot of viruses there, or sickness or illness. Yeah, it is very sad to me and makes me think of disease. Virus-esque. Ah, here we go. For the other person who saw all the male parts in it. Festival of Testicles. Can't beat that. I'm not gonna name it that. My first thought was it looks like a conglomeration of STDs. It makes me feel like I need to visit my gynecologist. Oh my god. Oh, and then someone else is like, dude, me too. My brain totally went there. And then this is funny. This good person says, for a man, this is what it looks like when the baby comes out of the bee. And then another person said, I haven't experienced that because I'm not a father, but I can imagine. That's pretty funny. Someone thought I should call it happy vaginosis, like a bunch of happily infected vaginas. I like that style. I absolutely love this, and I get the feeling as if I'm inside the body. Like, this is what it looks like if you were in the esophagus floating down into the body and it was sunny outside. That's kind of neat. So, this person got a positive feeling, but then read some of the comments and says, love the colors, but just read posts saying it looks surgical or anatomy wise. Now I can see it. In fact, I can't unsee it. Lol. The power of suggestion, I suppose, or I'm just easily influenced. Yeah, it's tricky. This one is tricky. It's that's kind of why I posted it, because I was like, I don't even know what I'm feeling from this. Vagina and shrooms. There you go. This one's cool. Georgia O'Keeffe, the great artist, and I have to pull it down to see more, who lived to be almost 100 years old, said that people always saw sexuality in her paintings. And she said there is no such thing, just flowers, rocks, clouds, and the occasional animal skull. So I say this with a little hesitation. I am, after all, an old man, but that is what I see, not necessarily what I feel. The feeling eludes me. It has this very raw feminine energy that alludes to the grossness that is being human. It is gross being a human, you're right. That's pretty. Mm-hmm. Makes me feel squashed by everything and everyone around me. Oof, that's rough. This is interesting. This person just went beyond. It's all about being connected to each other as one. Maybe. Um, if that's true, it's giving a lot of people anxiety. So I'm at the end, but thanks for coming on this journey. There were a lot of comments I didn't even get to, so yeah, keep them coming. I love it. I think it's so entertaining. Hopefully, you guys were entertained too. Yep. Have a great night.